So we continue our Gen Con breakdown today. We're going to be going over a zine that I picked up, actually given to me by the gentleman at the Shadowdark booth. He was working with them with the Arcane Library, and this, I believe, is their first zine they're putting out for Shadowdark. If you don't know, Shadowdark has an open license with very minimal cannot do things. They give you a logo you got to put on. It says for the use of the Shadowdark RPG. Shadowdark swept the Ennies this year, taking 4 awards home. I expect to see a lot more from them. I know I myself am designing a bunch of stuff for Shadowdark with Breachers and some classes I have coming out soon and so much more. This is called Hell on Earth. Got the devil hat on, horns. I feel like we're ready to review it with our flaming dragon companion here. So let's dive in and take a look at what this adventure offers. So the link down below will be here for Hell on Earth. I have it on a 2-page spread so we can scroll through it. I will go into a single page as we start going, but I wanted you to be able to see the cover and the first piece of art. Hell on Earth is made by Cameron, I believe it's Moss is how he pronounces it. Maybe one day I'll have him on the show. This is awesome. It has like an old newsprint look to it. Like it looks like it's printed for a newspaper. I'm kind of excited by that. It's a very different look. I also have a physical copy here as well, because this gentleman gave me a physical copy while I was at the Shadowdark booth getting things signed. So I have his first like print on demand ones that he handed out as well, right? And I know right now on Itch he has it up for sale. Link down below in the description. And let's get into this. This is the cover, really cool looking, almost like a fetal position. I don't know if this is going to be a hellhound. I read none of this. I brought it today for us to look at, and that is it. We're going to go into enable scrolling view. Obviously a person of some form. This is a 20-page zine. It is an adventure. The Gall of the Fallen Angel. Oh, I like this. I love his art style. I like the texture print around it. Very clean maps. It tells you where everything is. I like when maps give you all the information you could need directly on the piece itself. When they don't do this, I feel like if they don't do this, a lot of the times you have to flip back and forth too much. You don't know what's going on. I usually print this page for myself, but in a 20-page zine, very simple, very clean. He's got random encounter tables here. 2d4. If doubles are rolled, give the PCs an omen. That's new. And 1d4 rounds, the encounter occurs. So you roll doubles, and then they don't know when it's going to happen. I would like to remind people in Shadowdark, your encounters come from distance. So you may be right next to it, and you might be near, close, or far. So there's some nice omens here. Omen, padded footsteps, panting in the dark, unnatural cold. That's cool. If they roll doubles, that's how they get this. So that's why it's 2d4. Because you could get a 2 any other way, but if they get a double, you're giving a little bit of extra information to go with this. That is a really smart dungeon design, Cameron. I dig that a lot. I don't know if that's yours or from somewhere else, but I love that you give a way for a GM to give information without having to wax poetic all over the page. Smart play. So let's go through into this and see what we get. This is about the adventure, Quick note from the creator. This adventure is my first of hopefully many more. Its features a location you can pick up and drop anywhere in your game world. Maybe one day I'll design a whole setting around the adventures I've written, but for now, Hell on Earth will have to do. In fact, this is my largest problem when writing this zine. The ideas kept growing. What if this was a town, and a tavern, and factions, and this and that? Cameron, buddy, if you watch this later, see me? I feel your pain. This is how micro settings come out, and then they turn into total campaigns. Trust me, my friend, you got the itch. You got it. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Formatting notes, again, smart. Some of the formatting uses you should be aware of before proceeding with your reading journey. Here's what to expect from any of these emphasized words that appear. Bold, something important, or something to be broken out in a bullet point, usually interactable in some way. Example, in the corner of the room sits a water barrel. I too like to bold important pieces of text that I feel the GM needs to know to do their job under pressure quickly. Too many adventures don't know how to teach a GM to know what to look for at a glance. I think that is a smart way to do it. Italics, used it for someone talking or something important. Proper nouns or titles. Morak, the red, remains trapped in the room. Bold italics, referring to an entry or rule in Shadowdark. Smart. Shadowdark RPG, example. The hateful spirit uses the statistics of a wraith. You now know to go look it up. I don't know if we're allowed to use page numbers to reference the main core rulebook. If we are, I'm a big fan of always having page numbers so they can just go to it, because when you're going from PDF to PDF or physical zine to physical book or whatever, you can't hyperlink that easily. There are ways to do it, but it's a hassle. At least if you could have that and then have a page number, that'd be cool. Parentheses used to summarize or give contextual information, such as descriptions on the page. Young stoic peasant, smart, really good. This is a third-party publishing. It's independent publisher for Shadowdark. Smart. Did you do all the art, Cameron? I'm curious if you bought art or if this is all yours. I love this kind of old style. It looks like a newsprint version of, what's the name of the band that does Thunder Horse Audience? Can you remember what it is? They were an animated show. Someone will remember it, and I'll mention it later. But it looks like that old animated heavy metal group, especially this guy. System, low level, 1 to 3. Smart. I put this on the back too. We haven't looked at the back. 3 weeks ago. So to get a setup, I don't want to ruin it for anyone. The whole truth is here. We don't want to discuss that. This is the creature we're dealing with. And then again, this newsprint version is awesome. Even if that's like a real photo from Arizona or wherever it is, adding this kind of grain that you would see in newsprint is really cool. It's purposeful. Reminds me of old like 70s, 80s newspapers. And audience got it. Death Clock. That's what I was thinking of. That's what the art of that guy reminds me of. Very cool. If you don't know, this was live. This is a recording so you guys can watch on your own, a bite-sized piece. Feel free to check the whole live out as well. It's going to be linked below and probably all over the place. Live shows are way more interactive, obviously. So immediate facts that you give with immediate facts about the town. Rumors, I like that. The players ask questions. Here are some rumors a PC may have. I think I would have put this in a table, personally, because then you can give random ones out. I think it fits the style of Shadowdark, having the random tables for information. I hope there's a carousing table in here. I think all adventures should have a carousing table. What do we got here? Entrances and encounters. There's numerous entrances in. I love the side shot. I like that you're giving different entrances into this place. That's smart. This definitely looks like areas in Arizona to me. Cave entrance, original entrance, Gall grate, and then the chimney. Ooh. Again, he's got the random encounters. You do 2d4. If it's a double, you get an omen. Omen, like the wind kicks up and begins to drown out all sound. After 1d4 rounds, PCs start rolling con every round or take damage. I also think that's a good time for a GM that's running this to think about putting out torches if they're there at night. Torches are a big part of Shadowdark, so kill the clock, you know what I mean? Or in strong winds, just making the clock 30 minutes instead of an hour. I like that. Taking damage probably from rocks and stuff. Vultures, my favorite creature. Very smart. Occult coyotes. Oh, cult. For all of my fans. You know what I'm talking about. But occult coyotes. Caught wind of the party. Highly intelligent. Zealous. They're wargs. Remember that bold in italics means that that's in the Shadowdark book. Omens. These are great. I love these. I don't want to ruin them. Those are great. And then the map. And this is the unlabeled map. You could print this and give it to your players if you needed to. Nice, very easy to describe rooms, 4x4, two square hall, so on and so on. And then obviously these are all the different locations. Random encounters inside of here with omens as well. And then it starts, they got the Gall, the fallen angel. General overview. This is what the environment is like. It's risky For those who don't know, in Shadowdark, the difficulty of a adventure or a setting or a place, you determine how often you're going to roll. In Shadowdark, you roll a d6, and that d6 is how you determine if there's a random encounter. When things are risky, you're rolling more frequently than you would be normally. That's what that risky's for, and why it's also in the bold and italics. So we have our environment, construction, nice. Very simple, clean, concise writing, matching the Shadowdark style. Using the window to view. Oh, okay, apparently you can view him from the windows. I see up above there's like holes into the place. And I think these circles are those. Oh. D6 for what he's doing. Dude, if you look down and he's missing, that's a great way to frighten your players. That's a Frankhouse move right there. I mean, to me. Consecration traps, like I was reading that, right? 4 statues, Gaul, act as consecration traps against planar beings, such as Maxilamar. Cool. So we got traps in rooms, reuse of it. He did the zone call out. So the first time I had seen anyone do the zone call outs, which I do when I'm running a tabletop adventure, I like to draw the whole map in a small scale off the side, just so people know what rooms they're in. And then when important rooms are happening, I'll draw that room big and just put the letter for what it is. Because your players knowing they're in A2 doesn't matter more than it is a communication between you and them. Just like the adventure uses it to communicate with the GM for how to know where you are. But he's doing call out, and he's basically taking the art and he's putting them into the boxes here, like off to the side in a smaller view. Smart play, love it. First time I saw it was Maze of the Blue Medusa. Amazing, amazing adventure if you're looking for something. But this is great. The breached wall, caves cramped, stink of wet earth, terminates and piecemeal stone brick wall. Nice, sets the flavor, talks about the bricks, carved the symbol. Holy crap. Each reveals one has been carved with a symbol of protection and flecked with silver. Good, like, setup for everything. The bundle contains a sledgehammer and a foldable shovel. Very smart. We get into the mural room, which again, A2. He's giving you basically the description of all this. I'm assuming we're going to see the same thing. Room descriptions. You have the flooded room. Awesome art here. Oh, it's a person. I thought it was just a dog. I dig this. Little kind of Greek-Roman look to this. Colosseum things. The flooded room. Is this a weeping angel? Carved in the likeness of, what does this say? Anelia, the angel of repose. Oh, okay. Consecration statue. I see. Talked about that earlier. And then he breaks down each one of these. Goes into the urns. He's got little art pieces for all of them. At the end of this, it'd be cool if there was a sheet at the back where you could cut out all the art pieces to be able to hand to people. I'm a big fan of having handout art. Even in a zine. I dig this. This is great. Guard room. Creepy. If you did all this art, man, these are fun. These are really fun. It's definitely is Shadowdark, but you've kept your own style from it. The room descriptions are cool. I think you could run this in a sitting. Maybe 2. Altar of the Sword. He's got the sword at the bottom. Awesome. I like the black and white. Again, it's kind of got that newspaper dot texture on it. A beautiful silver blade is said to be crafted by the gods themselves. This was once a tool meant to cast down heretics. Bastards were +2. Benefit. Oh, he did the benefit and curse. Yes, Cameron. In Shadowdark, a lot of things have benefits and curses for magical items. So even like in my Breacher show that I'm running, I've given out a couple of items and they have benefits and curses. And it's to make them feel like they're important items that are more than just abilities. And the curses aren't always hella negative. They're not like, you lose 10 to your intelligence. It's nothing like that. But he went a step further and did my favorite thing. This weapon has an ego. I love intelligent weapons. Anyone who's played games with me knows that intelligent weapons are one of my favorite, or just items in general. Some of my favorite things they hand out. +2, that's big in this game. Regain a hit die of HP upon killing a humanoid creature. That's very similar to the weapon of Morgue that I've made. Curse, the blade thirsts for blood. If the sword is drawn, it does not spill blood of a sentient creature, lose 1 die of hit points. If you don't do it, it drinks from you. I like that. Ego of the wielder falls below half hit points. They must roll against the sword's will, charisma 15, or go into frenzy, attacking the nearest creature until above half hit points. Smart way to do a berserker sword. I like this a lot. I might even pull and use it for something in the future. I also feel that maybe you're a little R.A. Salvatore fan. Am I seeing a little bit of the problem that Driss Duorden had with his weapons? Again, I am a D&D fan, just not a Wizards of the Coast fan. Room descriptions. Again, next rooms, giving you more of it. I like this little... Is this modern day? A little more modern? I don't know what this piece is for. Is it a relief? Or is it like a brochure? Is it a brochure? Curious is what this is. I'll have to read it. I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not reading the whole thing aloud. The Warden and the White. That's cool. That's super cool. I like the two together to kind of give you the juxtaposition of what they are. This would be closer to like the named monsters in Shadowdark. Again, killer piece. We got the prison, which obviously is going to be the main room. And then a great piece of art of the creature. Concluding thoughts. Thank you for doing this. Knave did this in some of their stuff. I love the afterthoughts of like what you should be doing. Kind of thank you for running it. What this adventure is for. Why it's left open-ended for his. Right? Very cool concept. The want and need idea found in the screenwriting. The player characters will start the adventure wanting to achieve a goal. Rescue, recover Morak and the gang. And then maybe snag some treasure along the way. They discover a new object that they need to achieve. Stop Maximiliar. Am I doing this wrong? Malexamar? Before he escapes his prison and destroys the local settlement. Simply put, players refuse to engage in the need. Dire consequences will unfold. Pronunciations for creatures. All of us love to make crazy creature names as designers. I've started putting pronunciations below just to help GMs to read them because they feel like idiots when we're reading them wrong because we don't know how to read. It's the thing that I think I asked to be added to all of the Cobalt Press books recently for monsters. And I think we should all start doing pronunciations for weird names because, yeah, we all spell things weird. English language, man. It's odd. So the appendix, smart. You got the appendix in here as well. Right here, I guess you're going to put those things. The spending, and then writing, fonts, play testing, all that stuff. Who will you put the fonts in here for Theos Body? Oh yeah, well yeah, credit to the fonts. Smart. With rights through Adobe Fonts. This is a great piece. And I don't think you guys can see it, but I hope that this little logo in the bottom corner is the logo for his company. So scroll back up. So Hell Unearthed. This is a Shadowdark RPG adventure for levels 1 to 3. You're going into what looks like an old stone dungeon, prison, almost like a plateau maybe, or a towering mountain in Arizona. That's the look for me. You're dealing with a creature that obviously has some lichen in him if you're dealing with silver or maybe demons since it's Hell on Earth. It's left open-ended. Right now, I got this for free from him. I know he's got an itch that you can pick this up. It just dropped. I believe today he sent me the link. I will put the link down below for this video. I will also put it in chat for my people who are watching. If you're looking for more Shadowdark stuff, because the Ennies Shadowdark crushed, and you're looking for new people to support, while there are the 3 curse scrolls that are out, there are lots of other people making Shadowdark content, like Cameron. So support them, pick up zines, collect your stuff. There's nothing better than having a folder of zines that you can just sit down and write on and run. There's something about this that I forgot that I love so much. As a kid growing up, getting those cardboard folded, like Bristol board folded D&D adventures, and then later on in life, printed zines from people, I didn't know how much I missed it. And I would rather pay $4 for this 20-page creative piece than to go pay $50 for a bunch of writing that I just want to run the adventure. So thank you, Cameron, for putting something out and putting yourself out and making a product. I will run this. You know, maybe I'll put up a Let's Play and I'll get some people to come play this and I'll run through it for a group of people. Maybe I can get you to come play along as well. To the rest of you, thank you for watching. All the links to the show are down below. I will put the itch down there along with Shadowdark. Get your book while you can. Kelsey said there will be more at the end of August 2024. They sold out, or damn near sold out, at Gen Con this year. And thank you so much for watching this. If you're here live, stick around. We still got a little bit more to go over. But for the rest of you, watch, listen, learn. Be a better gamer. Stop supporting people making bad decisions and hurting our industry. It's not hard. There's a lot of great things out there.